It's important to recognize the good that the black man does just as well as notice some of the bad. But most of the time you always hear about what the bad that the black man is doing instead of the good. So tonight we wanted to take time to show that there are some good black men in the community.
A lot of the research reveals that black males are at the bottom in Louisiana, and also a lot of data, especially one report done by the Foundation for the Mid-South, revealed that black males in the southern United States are faring very poorly in many indicators, from, again, economic development, income, to education. So we have to really take a critical look at the needs of black males. And I believe that once we focus on black males, then all the other indicators will move up. So, you know, when you talk about education in Louisiana and we have a poor educational system, if we focus on black male dropout rate, then those numbers will improve. When you talk about, you know, mental health needs in this state, when you focus on the mental health needs of black males, then we can help. Once we focus on that, those numbers will then move up. So there really needs to be a critical focus strictly on black males and their plight and conditions in Louisiana.
This is a very special moment for me because I have the honor of, with me just moving to Louisiana, I have the honor of networking and meeting some very distinguished young men, and I'm honored and I am pleased to know that there are some brothers out there that are doing the great things that you guys are doing. And I want to say thank you from the bottom of my heart, and I'm sure that the crowd will agree with me by clapping, giving you a big round of applause.
We have Dr. Calvin Mackey.
I'm here.
I know. Mr. Chris Richardson. Mr. Cleveland Spears. Up next, Mr. Derek Rankins. Mr. Flozell Daniels. And Mr. James Gilmore. Dr. Gilmore, Dr. James Gilmore. Mr. Larry Collins. Mr. Marcus McNeil. Mr. Melvin Hollins. Mr. Robert Horton, aka Mr. Cool Black. Cool Black. Mr. Trap Bonner. He's not here. Mr. Jacob Washington. Mr. Warren Webb. And Mr. Israel Sidney. He is shocked and did not want us to do this, but Mr. Sidney, come on down.
At this time, I would like to recognize a young man who graduated from one of the greatest HBCUs in the nation, Mr. Kendall Raines. I am happy to actually acknowledge Kendall's family here. I think the first somebody I spoke with was Mr. Clarence, who reached out to him, and I recently talked to his mother. But let me tell you a little about Kendall. I actually had the pleasure of knowing Kendall while serving as a student ambassador at Jackson State. Kendall reminded me daily that if you don't stop sending those people to my room, because we was doing voter registration, I didn't want him to drive back to vote. He said, if you don't stop sending those people to my rooms, we're gonna have some problems. Little Obama, that's what he called me. Kendall was a great guy. He was a track star, He was a fast guy. Whenever he got tired, he kept going. Kendall was a people's person. He always wanted to go down this plaza and toss his dreads and think he was just God's gift to women all the time. That was Kendall. Kendall was a great guy. And I'm very saddened to hear the tragic news about Kendall, but Kendall was a very special person in my life while serving as a student ambassador, because he made you understand and love your job. Your job was to serve your peers. And Kendall, he reminded me that, hey, you're gonna make it, and thank you for doing what you do. And one last story I remember about Kendall. Throughout my administration, we was trying to implement tutoring services for all student athletes. Kendall was a track star. Kendall came to me and said, do you know my GPA? And you want me to go to tutoring? Because we were trying to get tutoring 3 days out of the week for all of our athletes, because we had a special focus on our athletes. And Kendall reminded me daily, do you know my GPA? Quiet assurance, Kendall probably had a good 4.0 every semester while being an athlete. That's how good Kendall was. And tonight, we want to recognize his family. If you guys would please stand. And I would like to present this award to Kendall's mother. We're going to give this one to grandmother. Grandmother had a long talk with me about how she tutors in our house. And I'm very pleased to actually talk with Granny more and more about the work that she do. But this certificate states, Certificate of Induction in recognition of your outstanding accomplishment in the world of Black Power. This certificate commemorates Kendall Rain as an inductee in the Black Men of Distinction.
I'm in a group called Soul of a Poet on my campus, and he was a poet. He came and supported every single event that we came to, that we, organized and whatnot. So, I feel like, he was a good person, and it didn't need to happen to him. So I feel like it was good that they honored him.
Also, we would like to present this award to Kendall's mom for sharing her son with us. Kendall was killed by a senseless act of gun violence. He was a Black brother who was doing good. He graduated from Jackson State in biology. He was at Dillard, majoring in nursing. He was a young man that was on the right track. But because we did not look up for take care of business and take care of our young men, he was hurt and he was killed. We have to take responsibility of our young men. It's time out to stop relying on the government. Everybody else always saying we don't have funds and all of this, but we have to take responsibility to raise up our young men and keep them within our arms. That's what we have to do. And we would like to present this award to Kendall's mom. Ms. Jones will read the poem to you. It says, Memories Live Forever.
Memories live forever. It's hard to say goodbye to someone that you love, although you know they're safe with Jesus above. It doesn't make a difference if they're in their later years. It only means more memories to carry through the years. Don't let yourselves forget we each have numbered days. For reasons that we do not know, God wanted it this way. Tears wash away the pain, but it cannot remove the love. The memories live forever safe in God's hands above. So today we give thanks for the lives we chance to share. No matter if they're short or long, God always will be there.
You have incited a movement, I think, here in terms of this recognition of Black men of distinction. And tonight I'd like for all of you to stand, and let's give him an applause as a Black man.
black male leadership is alive and well in our communities. And as we begin to lift up those distinct gentlemen, I think we can begin to change the imagery of black men in the media.
It's delightful to come back and be able to continue the legacy, if you will, of building leadership, focusing on young black men in this community and really trying to figure out what the next steps are.
It takes a community to raise one child, and it is everyone's responsibility to help these young men into becoming men. And you can't just sit back and watch them basically just fall off. You have to help them, and that's our responsibility as a whole. Not just one person, not just one group of people, but the community as a whole, each and every member of the community.
Persevere through no matter what, and just uplift yourself, and don't let your surroundings define you.
Children's Defense Fund is just a wonderful organization. I was lost basically before I found it. They introduced me to a lot of gateways, networking, ways I can help my community, and I just really appreciate them for that.
There are generations out here that are not given the opportunities that they deserve, especially in between, the first school bell and the last school bell. A lot of times I think that our mentality is our obligations to our youth end when that last school bell rings, and I don't believe that's true.
I think we need to really have a conversation a little more centered on systems and institutions. Young men are not lost just because they're lazy or because they have bad images. It's because we have systems and institutions set up for the downplay of people of color and young men.
Black men are really doing some positive things in the community. Don't just look at Barack Obama because he's one of the only exposed black men who is doing something positive. But look at the small men like a Keyshawn Webster who founded Operation Reach. Look at a Tommy Mars who founded the Grace Farm and different things like that. So notice and recognize those young men within the local communities who are doing positive things.